Let's play pretend. I went out on the ice while you were filming. Together we are loneliness, so the aim was to break through, capture life and preserve it. A silly dream on a fragile surface. Life ain't visual after all. Listen. All that sweet, silky jazz humming out of the radio. You just don't notice. Then I puncture, passionately patching patches to cover the hole, pumping up the tire to the limit with my ex-girlfriend's afternoon breath. Of course, I'm punctured again before the starting shot has wrung the tinnitus out of my ears, and in the echo from my ear I hear once again my mom telling me about the time she counted to 1 million. It took her 2 weeks. I wanted to do the same, but lost count because I also had to count all the times I messed up. Then you call. A fragile connection I do not understand how exists. The intimate sound of your voice created by my phone speaker, less than half a second delayed despite the distance of a sound year. None of it improves the connection. The jazz replaces you. A, B, A. Everything disappears. Your voice. To drown. Sounds from the radio. A girl shows me happiness the size of the space between my clasped hands. We dive into the floor. Straight through the floorboards and on past the foundations. Here we are dissolved, safely seeping down to the groundwater. In Aldi you can buy bottled mineral water. BBC is showing reality this week. I am watching. My bliss is a shining shadow, which makes me dream about finding a girl with a soul like Danish licorice, sweet on the outside and inflammatory on the inside, my mouth full of blisters after the first kiss. In Aldi you can buy bottled mineral water. We could marry and adopt to avoid spreading her genes. Imagine how much the children would love me because they wouldn't have any idea how and why they should love her. It gives me a warmth. Makes me beam at the idea of happiness plastered all over my body, like soap that's impossible to wash off in the shower. A birth is a birth after all, even if it doesn't lead to a child. The sweet silky jazz. The flies. Puncture. It took her 2 weeks. The connection. A, B, A. Your voice gives me a warmth. A, B, A. I remember a dream I dreamt years ago. My consciousness in a room with my dad and me as a newborn. Later I became my consciousness. 20 years old, sitting beside him, we spoke about the father you have been for me.